The American dream is dead.
The American dream isn't dead. That's utter nonsense. It's alive. It's certainly thriving at Waterside, where Waterside's a metaphor for the American dream, because we have people living here from 80 separate countries. It's the epitome of the American dream.
The American dream is alive here at Waterside. Waterside is a mecca of all communities, because we've got so many people here from all over the world.
I'm one of the directors of the British International School of New York, which is situated on the glorious banks of the East River at Waterside Plaza. Living and working here at Waterside, it becomes very clear to me that this really is the embodiment of bringing people together and actually a manifestation of all that the American dream represents.
It is a wonderful benefit to be able to live here and then go out into the world and be able to look at, well, I live in a community that's filled with diversity, and we seem to be able to get along very well. Why can't we bring this out there into the bigger picture? It's beautiful to come here and be a part of a community and a family, a microcosm of what the world could be, what America could be.
It's like a big community, like a big family here.
It reminds me when I was a kid and I was watching Sesame Street. It's like we have one of everybody here, you know? It's like, you know, here's somebody from this country and that country, and if, you know, and if today is like, you know, African Day, you can talk to somebody from Africa.
Because I can walk across the plaza and basically hear good morning in like 15 different languages, or hear a mother teasing her child like in Urdu, and then like walk into the lobby and say hola to my doorman, and then hear Scandinavian accents in the elevator. So that feels like home to me.
You know, I don't necessarily have a Russian accent, but I do have an accent, so people would ask me right away where I'm from, and I think that's a good conversation starter. In the elevator, a lot of times you just chat with people starting with that, where you're from, and then you realize if you've been to that country, if you haven't, and you discuss things. So it's a long ride. From 35th floor, you get to meet a lot of people on your way down.
It's kind of like having your own United Nations in, you know, 4 buildings. There's so many different cultures, and you know, it makes it interesting that way.
You've got a lot of people here from the United Nations. Everybody is friendly. There's no sense of you don't belong here. Everybody belongs here. Every floor is like a little village. I know my neighbors, I'm invited in for dinner. Here, diversity is welcome. We embrace diversity because it's a learning process. Hello, people.
We all get along with one another. We're all an accepting, welcoming community. I've never once felt that I'm an outsider for being gay.
Everybody is foreign. Everybody is native. And everybody is of one humanity.
Very nice.
All of us. You, me, everyone. And it's good. We're a pastiche. We're not a single flavor. It makes us a lot less boring and a lot more interesting.
I myself am from Egypt, and I have friends who are from Sudan and from Syria, and they were terrified of not being able to come into this country because of a travel ban. I don't think a government that picks on certain populations based on where they're from is a good government. The political environment right now is one that isn't welcoming, and thankfully Waterside isn't part of that. They're not succumbing to the pressures of the political environment. They still are a very multicultural, diverse place, and I feel so comfortable here.
Coming from the Middle East, I mean, a lot of my friends back home are really discouraged coming here to the US right now, and I don't want that to be. I mean, to me, I love being here, and I want them to see America the way I see it. And considering the current situation, they're kind of being discouraged from coming here. Diversity makes America great. If my friends moved to Waterside, they would definitely be more encouraged to be here in the US, because Waterside is such a diverse community.
You know, I've experienced everything. Racism, sizeism, ageism, gender stuff. Waterside is just not like that. It's just every single person, and it's very ironic that it's down the block from the UN, but every single person that's here is counted and valued because it is a different community within the confines of New York City. It just is. It's such a mix. I'm so glad to live here. I am. I wish I had lived here earlier.
It's important for all of us to remind ourselves all the time that we gain strength from our diversity. It isn't a threat, it's a benefit. It represents the very thing that enabled the United States to become the leader of the free world.